So right now I'm here with my friend Christopher Vincent, and he is in Canmore, Alberta. I'm an old Albertan, a very old Albertan. Anyway, so Christopher is in Canmore, which is just outside of Banff and not very far from Calgary. And he's the man when it comes to mountains and skiing. And tell us what's happening before coronavirus in your market. What kind of market do you deal with?
So pre-corona,
Yeah.
Canmore is a bit of a unique community. We're an hour on the Trans-Canada to be parked downtown Calgary. So we're a
Yeah.
combination of a retirement community, a second home community, a bedroom community to Calgary. Lots of folks telecommute, as well as a tourism-based community. So it's a real blend of different things going on here. The town itself is situated in the Bow Valley. Our southern border is provincial park, our western border is national park, and our northern borders are parks. So we're surrounded by parks, so people really make that lifestyle choice to come out here.
So, and you're not very far from the ski hills, from Sunshine, from Lake Louise, from Banff.
No, so boots
You're
on
in
at
ski heaven.
Boots on at Sunshine and Lake Louise from Canmore, you're about 50 to 55 minutes.
Great.
Norquay 25 minutes, and then Canmore hosted the 1988 Winter Olympics, and so we still have the National Center cross-country ski trails, mountain bike trails, all that.
Okay, so just as an aside, what's your favorite, cross-country or downhill?
I like gravity.
You like gravity?
Yeah, I like gravity.
Good. Well, either or can have gravity, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun to go downhill. And you've got kids who I'm sure are already ski stars.
Yeah, I figure by the time they're like 8, I won't be able to catch up.
Yeah. It's funny how that next generation does that. It sucks though. Anyway, so, okay, so tell us now, well, give me an idea. What's the price range of houses in Canmore? What's the price range of, what's entry level?
Sure. We really break the market down kind of into detached or semi-detached, so duplex, single families. They're going to range anywhere from entry-level single family or semi-detached is going to start around 700,000 Canadian,
Right.
and then top out. Our highest listing right now, I think we're at just under 9 million Canadian.
Yeah.
That's like $5 US.
Yeah. Makes a difference, right?
It does. That 30% difference makes a huge difference.
I know. I always love to see my listings on the US on the US website because they always look so much cheaper.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And then it's going to really depend on the community you're in. So if you're up in one of the golf course communities, obviously will be higher. And then there's a lot of townhomes, just because getting into a detached home is really expensive.
And are those townhomes, they're condominium based? Is that what
condominium based? Yeah. So all the townhomes are going to be condominium based, and they're going to range. Entry level is going to be about 550 up, and then apartments. Your entry level apartment is going to be 400, and then up. Yeah. Our apartment market's been doing really well. Yeah. Our tallest building in town is only 4 stories, so they're all low rise. But our biggest demographic buying right now is 55 plus, looking for that lock and leave with the intention of probably aging in place. So our single level living has been really strong. And then there's the whole short-term rental market, and that was really strong.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Airbnb and all the short-term rentals that have been happening. Those investments might be a long time to clear.
Yeah, well, so they were making like a lot of those, they were gross income on them was 50 to 80 grand a year.
Yeah. Yeah, and very, very high return, very high cap rate, really.
So the town, though, about 20 years ago, maybe more, really saw this whole short-term rental phenomenon coming. So Canmore has specific land uses where you can short-term rent. So it's not like a lot of other urban environments where you can just rent whatever you want. So you have to have very specific land use. So we spend a lot of time with buyers who are like, you know what, we want to buy a short-term rental specific property, and there's only a dozen buildings.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what's going on since coronavirus. You're not skiing.
We're not skiing. So we're pretty much, we're essential service in Alberta. There are people around. Locals are still buying. We still have some locals taking advantage of the low interest rates.
Yes.
But Banff, the town of Banff, has checkpoints now for only if you're coming into town. So today is Good Friday.
Right.
You have to be working or a resident going into town. They're suggesting you don't come in. The Banff Springs closed today. It's the first time in its 132-year history.
Wow, that's one of my favorite hotels too.
Oh, it's pretty quiet. They have closed both national and provincial parks to vehicle traffic, except for the Trans-Canada going through Banff.
Right.
The restaurants in Canmore are open, but only for takeout. Grocery stores open. Our population base is probably close to 35% secondary residents.
Right.
So there are a lot of people who are coming out for the weekend still.
Yeah.
But both the towns of Banff and Canmore have been very proactive in their messaging, along with Tourism Alberta, just saying, please stay home.
Yeah.
Let's kind of slow this down. So as a result, there's not much happening in the market.
Yeah. Shelter in place as much as we can, and hopefully just hope that it'll be over soon. It'll be over for next ski season, I hope for sure. But what about golf season this year?
Well, everyone thinks of us as a winter destination, but we're actually a summer destination.
Yeah.
We do 80% of our tourism in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting. I think depending on when relaxations come into place, it's going to be tire traffic. So it'll be Alberta-based tire traffic that's going to be visiting. I don't think we're going to see our international tourism base come back for a while.
Yeah.
So it could be a very interesting year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting year for everybody. I think everybody's pretty much in the same boat, maybe except for the people who own Zoom or the people who own Pornhub or something like that. I think those areas are making money right now.
Yeah.
So the golf in the summer, the skiing in the winter. I've actually I've been there in the summer. I loved it. I actually am a graduate of the Banff School of Fine Arts.
There you go.
Yeah, that was many, many, many years ago in the early days of the Banff School of Fine Arts. And for those of you who don't know, there is a School of Arts there. It's very heavy into dance and music. And it's a wonderful place for Canadians to study during the summer. And I think now they have a full year-round course, I think they have.
They're essentially almost like a university nowadays.
Yeah.
Secondary
a lot.
So they've got all sorts of stuff going on. They've got the film fest and the book festival in the fall. They actually have a mathematics research department where they bring in mathematicians from around the world. They have writers in residence. During the COVID, they are now 90% laid off though.
Yeah. I actually know some people. I had an artist friend of mine who was doing a lot of work out there. She's on staff out there, and I haven't heard whether she's back or not, but either she's sheltering place there or she's sheltering place in Toronto. Anyways, again, Christopher, thanks. Get back to the kids. Make sure you keep them really busy. I know if you're at home, they're going to be bugging you a lot. So thank you for coming into your office. And I like the friend behind you. He looks great.
Yeah, the moose.
Yeah, the moose.
You got to go up the hill to see the moose, though.
I know. I great stories. If any of our friends are listening and they have not been to Banff, they have not been to Canmore, they've got to go, and they've got to call Christopher, and he's going to help them find a house, and he's going to tell them where all the great restaurants are, and he's going to take them skiing.
Well, all the agents should come to the Banff Western Connection.
Yeah.
January of 2021. And the Banff Springs will be back open by then. We can all stay at the spring.
Yeah, no, it's great, and it's one of those ones I'm always there. I love it, and that's why we stay at the Banff Springs. Anyways, thanks again, Christopher. Stay safe. Make sure the family
Thanks, Richard.
is safe.